Bro, look, I'm telling you, it's sleek, sexy, see-through, definitely worth the money.
What are you talking about?
Nothing?
If you're looking for a cheaper alternative to AirPod Pros, I have a suggestion for you. For $150, you can get the Nothing Ear 2s, which are a super solid alternative. Now, your mind isn't playing tricks on you. Yes, they are clear and see-through, and that's the most obvious thing about them, so let's go ahead and cover that first. I honestly didn't think that the design would make me want to use them as much as I have been, but that's what happened. However, I do wish that there was a black option with black ear tips. One thing that I always disliked about AirPods is that they do not have a black option. So white gets dirty for being in your ears, and before you say anything, I clean my ears regularly. Hey, I should have said this earlier, but I am not an audio expert by any means. But I'll still go ahead and give you guys the basic specs in case anybody out there is an expert. Ear tubes have 11.6mm dynamic drivers, support for AAC, SBC, and LHDC Bluetooth codecs. They have up to 40 decibels of noise cancellation, personalized ANC, environmental adaptive ANC, transparency mode, and a frequency range of 5,000 Hz. The battery is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery with 485 milliamps in the case and 33 milliamps in the buds themselves. Playback with ANC off is ready for 36 hours total with the case and 6.3 with just the buds themselves. With ANC on, those numbers drop down to 22.5 hours and 4 hours with the buds by themselves. If you use your buds primarily for calls, Zoom meetings, or whatever, you can expect 20.5 hours with the case and 3.5 with the buds only with ANC off. With ANC on, you can expect those numbers to dwindle down to 17.5 hours with the case and 3 hours with the buds only. Now, you do get wired charging via USB-C and wireless Qi certified charge up to 2.5 watts. In terms of dust and water resistance, the ear tubes have IP54 for the buds and IP55 for the case. You also get in-ear detection, which I really like. Also, Google Fast Pair, Microsoft Swift Pair, dual connection, clear voice technology with 3 mics per bud. And for those of you with the Nothing Phone 1, you get a low lag mode as well. Now, I'll leave the link to the specs page down below so you can see the comparison between the Nothing Ear 1s and these yourself. Now, with those specs out of the way, I can jump into what I really like about these buds. First off, I want to talk about the sound. As I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm also not deaf. I can tell when earbuds sound good and when they don't. And these sound good. Like, they sound really good. While listening to music, the sound was pretty balanced to me. The bass was never lacking in songs that were bass heavy. The vocals in songs and podcasts were always clear and crisp. And everything in between just sounded great. I had nothing to complain about. Everything sounded balanced and warm. No matter what genre I listened to or what podcast I listened to, it all sounded like music to my ears. Now, sticking with sound as the main topic, the active noise cancellation worked really well. I also own some AirPod Pro 2s, so I know what some God-tier active noise cancellation sounds like. And these Nothing Ear 2s did not disappoint me. Right off the bat, I'll say they are not better than the AirPod Pros 2. But for $100 less, the gap isn't as big as you would think. Now, they really impressed me while I was waiting on my flight from Orlando to Atlanta. Yep, flying from the 7th busiest airport in the nation to the 1st. And with that hecticness, there comes the chance to do a lot of people watching. And while doing so, I got a chance to catch a trio of passengers arguing with the gate agents. Although this was hella hilarious to me, I didn't really notice what was happening at first until my wife pointed it out. I couldn't really hear them yelling at all, which made it even funnier when I looked up and saw hands waving around in the air. Needless to say, I was impressed with the ANC. I was also impressed with the gate agents' patience. Absolutely omega level patience. And while blocking out angry people who I'm sure spent a couple extra nights in Orlando that they didn't plan for, these buds sat in my ears pretty snugly. The ear tubes come with 3 sizes of ear tips. The medium sizes are installed by default. I rocked the medium tips for a few days, but once I switched to the large ear tips, everything was golden. And with that switch, these earbuds sat in my ear pretty comfortably whenever I used them. They never hurt my ears whenever I wore them, so for me, they score well in terms of comfortability. Another thing I like about these buds are how easily they compare with Android devices. They take advantage of Google's Fast Pair, which keeps you from having to put the earbuds in pairing mode, then go under settings and pair them manually. All you have to do is open the case, you'll see a pop-up on your Android device, you accept the pairing and boom, they're connected. Now, it ain't that smooth with Apple devices. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible or anything, but it just takes a few more steps to pair them with your iPhone, iPad, or Mac. Now, one thing that impressed me was also how quickly they would reconnect to a device. If I had to guess, it took a second, maybe a bit less, to reconnect to my phone, regardless if I was using Android or my iPhone. Now, of course, nothing is perfect. The nothing ear tubes included, so let's get to the nitty gritty. The battery life is nothing to write home about. You see what I did there? Nothing like the name of the... Nothing, never mind. As I was saying, the battery life definitely did not impress me. I should never have to second guess or be worried about my earbuds dying on me. The AirPod Pros 2 can give you 5 to 6 hours of solid listening time. The Nothing Ear 2s give you about half of that. And look, I'm not lying when I say a couple times they surprised me when they died on me randomly. If you listen to a podcast or listen to music, you're gonna get lost in what you're listening to. The battery life is just lacking and disappointing to me. Yeah, it only costs $150, but come on, give me at least 4 solid hours. And yes, I know earlier I said that without ANC on, the buds can give you 4 hours, but why would I buy earbuds with ANC and not use it? Okay, the battery life was my real major gripe. But another nitpicky one is ironically the design. I really wish there was a clear and black option. The little bit of white on these cases can get dirty pretty easily. And before you say anything, I have the same complaint with my AirPod Pros 2 as well. Now look, these things go in your ears. I don't care who you are. Nobody on planet Earth has earwaxless ears. The white part on the bottom of the case is white as well. And my case has some black scuff on the bottom, which I have no idea how I even got there. I baby my electronics, but one can only baby them so much. Now again, this is nitpicky and in no way takes away from the great value these earbuds are, in my opinion. But I feel this is something that a buyer may not think about, so I'm going to mention it. So in summary, what do you get with the Nothing Ear 2s? Well, these are some good buds which cost $100 less than AirPod Pros 2. They have solid active noise cancellation, they're comfortable, they look absolutely amazing. But they have weakish battery life and in my opinion should come in a clear and black option. But for a savings of $100 or more when compared to more expensive competitors, the Nothing Ear 2s are a solid buy in my book. So if you're shopping for some new earbuds, include these on your list of possible choices. Now look, if you made it this far, I appreciate you immensely. But do me one more favor and smash those like and subscribe buttons. It's free for you and means the world to me. It also helps me grow this channel. While you edit, let me know what you think about this video down in the comments below. And while you're waiting for my next video to drop, check out this video over here. And this has been Normal Consumer, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.